All right, so Virginia, it's a significant state because that's where it's like right by Washington D.C., and then Washington D.C. is right. I mean, that's where politics happens, Washington D.C. So like if you're like a senator or if you're a congressman, then that's where you spend a lot of your time. And people will say, "Oh, Washington D.C. is not in Virginia; it's like its own district." And they're right, but really everybody knows it's in Virginia. It's like I think that's a population center of like Virginia, and yeah, so it's significant for that reason. I remember, like in Hamilton, they go, "Oh, we're gonna have the capital in Virginia instead of like New York. Have a little bit southern of a capital." So yeah, Washington D.C. It's a significant place. And then Virginia, they got the Washington, and then they got the Washington Redskins. You know, they got their own football team. But then the license plates in Washington, D.C. say taxation without representation because they don't have any representation in Congress or anything. And the interesting thing is, if they were to have representation in Congress, they'd be guaranteed to be like blue, like left leaning. So that's part of the reason why they probably don't have representation. It's confusing how you would add stuff like Puerto Rico or Washington D.C. because they're guaranteed like red or blue. So it's not as much about more representation, it's more about like it would just be another blue. Like it would be another Democratic, it would be another liberal vote in like the Electoral College and stuff. As far as Virginia culture, I don't really know at all anything about it. It's humid. It gets humid. Yeah, pretty much the only thing I know about Virginia is Washington D.C. Well, what's the biggest city in Virginia? I had family live in Virginia for a while, so that was that. Government employees. Yeah, biggest city. Oh, Chesapeake. 249,000. Okay. Now I'm seeing another thing that says Virginia Beach. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Okay, so Virginia Beach. I've never heard of that. Washington, D.C. is the real biggest city in Virginia. So, what else is there to say about it? It's got a name. It's the only state that has the word virgin in the name. So I guess it's like religious. I mean, you could make that connection, and then you could make jokes about it if you wanted to. I think that's everyone's first realization. Once they learn the word virgin, they go, "That's like Virginia." And they go, "Is that connected in some way?" And the answer is like, maybe. You know. Anyway, I guess that's all I have to say. Okay, there you go.